Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the poem Kubla Khan by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Now for those of you who don't know who Kubla Khan is, he was the grandson of the great Mongol warrior and leader Genghis Khan. And even though the poem is titled Kubla Khan, it doesn't necessarily describe the man as much as it does his paradise city of Xanadu. So the way that Coleridge came up with the idea for this poem is one night when he wasn't feeling too well, he decided to take a little bit of opium to make him feel better. And while under the influence of this highly powerful drug, he decided to take a little nap. While asleep, he had a dream that was full of flowing rivers and geysers that shot rocks up into the air. This paradise that Coleridge dreamt up while he was asleep was a vivid description of the paradise city of Xanadu that was the summer palace for Kubla Khan. Coleridge, who was already a pretty famous writer at this time, wanted to write down everything that he could remember for his dream. This poem was originally supposed to be about 500 to 600 lines, but while Coleridge was in the middle of writing, one of his friends stopped by to discuss a little bit of business. After the man left, when Coleridge went back and tried to finish his poem, he could hardly remember what had happened in his dream, which caused him to shorten the length of this poem dramatically. So Kubla Khan is considered to be a romantic poem due to its heavy emphasis on the beauty in nature. So Coleridge wrote this masterpiece in rhyming iambic meter. So here's my interpretation of Samuel Coleridge's Kubla Khan.
In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure-dome decree, where Alph the sacred river ran, through caverns measureless to man, down to a sunless sea. So twice 5 miles of fertile ground, with walls and towers, were girdled round.
And there were gardens bright with sinuous rills, where blossomed many an incense-bearing tree. And here were forests, ancient as the hills, enfolding sunny spots of greenery. But oh, that deep romantic chasm which slanted down the green hill, athwart a certain cover, a savage place, as holy and enchanted as ere beneath a waning moon was haunted by woman wailing for her demon lover. And from this chasm, with ceaseless turmoil seething, as if this earth in fast thick pants were breathing, a mighty fountain momently was forced, amid whose swift half-intermitted burst, huge fragments vaulted like rebounding hail, or chaffy grain beneath the thresher's flail, and mid these dancing rocks at once and ever, it flung up momentarily to the sacred river. 5 miles, meandering with the mazy motion, through wood and dale the sacred river ran, then reached the caverns measureless to man, and sank in tumult to a lifeless ocean. And mid this tumult Kubla heard from far ancestral voices prophesying war. The shadow of the dome of pleasure floated midway on the waves, where was heard the mingled measure from the fountain and the caves. It was a miracle of rare device, a sunny pleasure dome with caves of ice. A damsel with a dulcimer, in a vision once I saw. It was an Abyssinian maid, and on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abora. Could I revive within me her symphony and song, to such a deep delight 'twould win me, that with music loud and long, I would build that dome in air, that sunny dome, those caves of ice. And all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware. His flashing eyes, his floating hair, weave a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honey-dew hath fed, and drunk the milk of paradise.